Hi everyone, so this is the last part of this Prometheus, Grafana and Nestjs series. So we are going to update the Nestjs code. We are going to use this prom client library, which should be able to push the matrix to the Prometheus. Okay, and then we should be able to see these matrices populated in the Grafana, and we should be able to see the results in the Grafana dashboard. So for the Nest.js, there is this particular module we can use. And what we need to do for using this, a very basic thing. I mean, this is same as any other library. So these are the two different dependencies you need to add. And after that, Prometheus module.register, same as any other module we do in the Nest.js. And this is the path you need to specify. And in the Prometheus target, we have already specified matrices. So we will just use this endpoint and default matrix enabled false. We can specify the whole configuration also, and here we are going to specify the providers. I mean, this is just like example is also provided by this library, which is a make counter provider. So matrix name, and then this matrix name can be passed into service. So these are the two providers, default providers provided by this prom client, Prometheus module and make counter provider. And once this provider is registered in the module, you can inject that provider inside your service, like inject matrix name. This is the injector, and using this I should be able to do couple of things. So this is our code look like, no rocket science. It's like the same I copied from example Prometheus module.register. Here using this prom client library. So here Prometheus module, it is imported from this Nestjs Prometheus, and these are the two providers. Make counter provider I have added in the providers, and these are the matrix names, count and the gauge. These are the two matrices I am going to push. And then I wrote one matrix middleware. So you can see here I have created this custom matrix middleware, and it is applied for all the routes in the Nestjs. That means all the requests are coming in should be able to use this middleware. And this middleware is saying is, if you look into this code, because this code is nothing I have written, provided in the example. Okay, like same as services, these are already added in the provider, so we can inject them inside a constructor of a middleware. I have a app counter and app gauge, and here I am just customizing the name help, because these are the same names you will get inside a matrix and you read it through the Grafana. And here this what we are doing is we are writing the middleware, so we need to have a use method. I think it is setting the counter value, so counter it is increasing app is dot counter. So it is specifying these methods. It is setting some labels, right? Increasing the custom counter and the gauge. Custom counter it has increasing. So custom gauge, which contains okay what is the URL you are hitting and how much time it took. That is the use of this. Whenever the request is finished, we need to check the end time. This is the start time, get the duration, start end time minus start time, and set that inside this label. And this is the custom error counter. If there is some error happens, increment the error counter when custom error counter and there is error occurred. Okay, these are like a way to just collect the metrics, and here we are just increasing the app gauge. This is already provided in the example like what it is. So we will first run the Nest.js application through Docker, and we will see what this matrix contains. Our Docker containers are already running. What we can do is we can just go and spin up the containers. So containers are up and running, so we can just go to localhost 3010, right? Here if I 9090903000 app application is on 3010. So this is my application. Here you can see in the matrix endpoint, the same endpoint which I have specified here in the targets. And now I will be just doing a couple of things. If I just go and hit this matrix endpoint, okay, it is giving me some analytics. because this matrix it is reading from the persistent, because I already hit lots of API request. So it has collected all these matrices: heap space size total, Nodejs heap space size used byte, and then garbage allocation, and then app duration matrix is there, app error matrix is there, and it is just logging only the matrix endpoint, which I think which I need to fix, because we need to collect the metrics from all the endpoints which we have. Like, let's say if I'm hitting this, let's see if it work out. It is working. It's good. So I'm hitting lots of these endpoints, and I'm hitting the other endpoints also many times, so we should be able to generate some metrics out of it. Restaurant, we can also do creating, yes. And then I will go and see the metrics. So here we can see the metrics now. I can see, okay, there are lots of methods popping up. This is the restaurant post, this is the restaurant search get, this is the restaurant, all the restaurant, and this is the metrics endpoint. Okay, I think this information should be enough to process the more metrics data. We can just IDs, get request also we can get. Here you can see these are the app error metrics. Now let's try to see this in the Grafana. So what do we need to do in the Grafana? We need to set a data source. So you can just add a new data source here, Prometheus. Just pass the Prometheus and its port, because it's container to container communication. This container doesn't know localhost 9090. It knows Prometheus 9090. So here also I have done the same thing. If you can see Prometheus 9090. So this is the data source. You can just do the test also. It works. It is connected. So we are good. Now you can start creating the dashboards and see if you are able to collect those metrics or not. So I will just create a new dashboard, add visualization. This Prometheus is the data source default. And here, because I'm kind of new to this Grafana, I will just use this media browser, and here I can see those metrics populated, right? App duration metrics, and I can just use this query, and you can see what all different endpoints we are hitting. So there are lots of endpoints. Yes, we are hitting restaurant search, restaurant by ID, and the metrics. These endpoints are collected here. I can also set the target like, okay, give me the last 5 minutes, give me the 15-minute data, right? So this is what the information, I mean, I'm not setting the coordinates the right way, but I'm just trying to extract the app duration metrics and just customize it. Overall, this is how I can get the metrics. I can just start doing some other also count query. Okay, this is the count, and I can see that get metrics, these are the count. For the another API which is restaurant search, these are the count, and for another API which is restaurant by UUID, so this is the count, right? This is the count metrics which is showing the overall count of these particular APIs in last 15 minutes. So we are able to do the real-time analytics or real-time monitoring of what all different APIs which are hitting our microservice. There are more. We can just try to do the gaze. Use this query, and this is the gauge, like the counter, just nothing but a simple counter, because we are increasing the counter whenever there is a request is hitting. So it's like overall we are trying to analyze the counter, and you can just keep creating these charts or these panels and keep saving them. Not like, so you can have the overall overview of all the charts created, and you can create the whole dashboard with all these different panels, because this is the custom panel. You just save it, and I think that the save method or apply top. Let me just see. Okay, I'm editing the custom panel right now, but this is how the dashboards looks like, and I can also try a couple of more. So memory allocation, Nodejs active handles, request total, event loop lag. If I want to see what is the event loop lag executing, so this is the really nice visualization of event loop lag, like whenever the requests are hitting, what is the lag in the event loop. Similarly, you can also populate couple of more. Node.js CPU seconds, okay, heap size, available bytes or used byte. I mean, how much heap size has been used. So this graph looks like that. Here we can also create new dashboards. And there is one cool thing about a new dashboard. You can also import a dashboard, right? What import dashboard means is here you can search, okay, I want a node exporter or simply Node.js, something to do with the Node.js, right? So metrics, the Node.js metrics. And here I can just copy the copy ID to clipboard. And here import dashboard, I will just paste this thing here. It will load through the network and it will say, okay, it will just folder inside our dashboards. We are selecting the Prometheus. This is the ID. Node.js metrics, I will just choose the 24th and it will import. Right, so this is my simple dashboard looks like right now. We'll try to jump this one correctly. And I can see some data already populated. And how this data already populated? Because it is looking into this data source, right? And it has populated this metrics for me. We can also go into the panel and we'll try to see event loop lag. Let's say I just do the edit panel. And it is using this same matrix, right? Node.js event loop lag second, and the same matrix has been pushed to that matrix endpoint. Now let's say heap size, external memory, availability, used bytes, process memory. I mean, all these metrics has already been pushed and we are able to get this nice and clean dashboard, right? Impressive. So this is how we are doing it. This is how you can get the, I mean, I didn't configure all these dashboards. What I'm using is just a dashboard ID from the Grafana dashboards, and I can just use it. It is using the same prom client, right? And prom client same library we are using to push the metrics, and the same set of it is using from here. All process start time. Yes, this is 7 hours, and need to worry about things. Here you can also add a new visualization if you want. Okay, I want to add count. One another metrics we have already is the count, right? And you wanted to use this show. So here I will just say, add this as a counter. Save and apply. So you will see this counter metric somewhere in the bottom. It is active handles. Okay, this is the counter I have added, right? So similarly, you can add a new visualization, and here I will say requests. Okay, and this is media browser. App duration metrics we can have. And this is the duration metrics we have for last 15 minutes. And we can just save it. I mean, it's not that useful, I think, the visualization part. But you can also add a custom visualization where you can also check the metrics and all. I want to add a custom metrics, that is, okay, app error, app duration metrics. And inside this, there are multiple attributes in this. App error metrics, like if there are any failure. App method. Okay, it is just fetching up all the data. but you can also customize it. I mean, you need to be a little expertise in this PromQL. This is how we are configuring the library. And this is my dashboard looks like. It's this is what is the outcome of our last 4 videos, setting up all these Docker on the Docker containers, setting up the Nestjs application, which can push the metrics onto this endpoint, and then this setting up the Grafana, which reads the data using this PromQL queries from the Prometheus. And we can see this active handles, all these different set of matrices, which is actually giving us the real-time monitoring on this particular microservice. So that's all about all these things. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching.